A very good morning from Athens, Greece. We are here in our Love Without Borders gallery. My name is Kayra Martinez. I'm the director of Love Without Borders, and we have a very special guest today, Ahmed.
Hey, good morning.
How are
My name
you?
is Ahmad.
How are you today?
I'm doing alright.
Good to have you. So, we're very excited. Just about perhaps 3 months ago, you started with Love Without Borders on.
Yeah, that's right.
So Ahmed is helping us in the gallery Tuesdays and Thursdays,
Mm-hmm.
and it's great to have him help us in the gallery. We have kids here during the week, and so we just wanted to get a little idea from your perspective how it is to be in the gallery and working with us.
Honestly, I'm glad for being a part of this project. So, honestly, I enjoy the art, I enjoy the taking care of the kids twice a week, and also, honestly, I never have heard about like such a project before, like maybe like 5 months ago, 6 months ago, and like I didn't even expect there is one exist, which is something like really incredible. Yeah.
That's nice to hear. So, how do you feel being in the gallery every day with so much art? It's kind of a very intense feeling and environment with so much art. How do you feel?
Yeah, honestly, like being among the art is something that it gives me kind of, um, I would say, it gives me like really amazing thing because like I can watch the art, I enjoy the art, and maybe just trying to figure out the story behind the art. So and also I can like get some ideas for my writings from the art too.
Nice. So, you seem to have some really great experience for spending time with the kids, I can tell. So, what did you do before in order to get that experience?
You mean before I enjoy the project, or since I just joined the project?
Yes, working with kids. You had a bit of experience beforehand, you had mentioned.
Yeah, that's true. So that was like in kind of educational center. I used to take care of some kids, just as I do here also. And I really enjoy it to take care of the kids and play with them and the games that they just enjoy, and get just like being kids. And I believe that's kind of like of support is unique specifically for like I would say the Greek case. In Greece there is no such I think in any like maybe as far as I know in any like other program, and also like for educational support, for the language support verbally, and they need it specifically if like some of them they don't go to Greek schools.
For sure, that's really important. Yeah, so we have just 2 days a week right now. As you see, we have some kids coming in, and we're starting more and more programs with our STEM project and art workshops. But within, I would say, another 2 months or so, we're going to see a huge change in the gallery because we're going to be bringing in schools back to back from France and the US. So they're going to be coming in, and there will be about 13 students in each group. So we're going to be inviting more and more kids in. So we've had it a little bit slow right now, but I think in the next couple months we're going to see up to perhaps 20 students and double that for the children. So
Yeah, it's great with that.
we're preparing now.
Yeah, true, that's true.
So right now we have art workshops where we sit the children down and everybody has one canvas, an array of colors, and some paintbrushes. And our projects are very authentic because they are not influenced by what we want them to draw. Rather, we give the children the tools and we tell them this is all about what you want to draw.
Yeah, exactly.
And this is something that I think sets us apart, and also which I really love, because all of the art that we have in the gallery is very authentic. It's coming from a community of people that has been displaced from the Middle East and Africa, and telling their stories firsthand directly from the heart. I think that's really beautiful. So we're excited to perhaps share this project a little bit with more children, mostly from the refugee camps here in Athens. And so you'll be able to be a big part of that in the next few months.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I would be super glad to be a part for this in the a few months that will come. And also like for the art who's like painting the camps, I found it like really a super way to explain the about their lives over there, or maybe even in the past, because like the art seems to me just like a way to express the thing that you wanted to express, maybe like the feelings, maybe the story, your story back home, and also like it's really nice way to express.
So, how long have you been living in Athens now?
About like 2 years and a half.
And what are things that you do in your activities or hobbies in Athens?
So usually in Athens, beside the work, I enjoy to write. I used to write things since maybe like almost 10 years, like poetry, books, some other stuff. I would say like this is my way to express. And also, since I just joined the project, I start painting too.
Oh, that's
Yeah, I
nice.
start to learn how to paint and etc.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
What are you doing with your writings? Are any of them published or?
Some of them, yes, but in Arabic language. But now I'm working on, I would say, like English novel.
Okay, so you're looking for a publisher in the future?
Yeah, absolutely.
Great. So anybody from our network that can offer that support for Ahmed in the future, maybe you can reach out to us. That would be amazing.
Yeah, of course, I would appreciate that. Yeah, sounds amazing. Thank you.
Yes, so perhaps we could also share some of your writing if you would like that.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd be glad to do it.
And what do you like about Athens or living in Greece?
Honestly, what I like about Athens is absolutely the weather. It comes like for the first place, and also the culture. Because like, what I believe we got many things in common with the Syrian one.
Yes.
Yes. And yeah, I would say like the people were here in Athens are kind of like warm-hearted, kind of some of them. Yeah, and maybe like just I like also to hang out around because it's like such a nice place.
That's nice. And the coffee, of course.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely the coffee thing. Yeah, absolutely.
We talk about coffee every day, all day.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, that's good. It's interesting when you're in another country and being able to adjust and integrate. It's always a bit of a challenge, especially with the language. But
True, this is true. I mean, like maybe for like many of us, every day is a fight. Like every day you wanna get, you need to fight for it. Maybe like on the work field, or maybe like just doing your hobbies or whatever, is a challenge.
in what way?
Like since we are displaced, so like at first place we need to look for like housing, we need to look for job so we can survive, then we can think about hobbies, otherwise we're going to be on the streets.
Sure.
It's not like home, you have like your own flat, you have your own land, you have your own job or whatever. No, now we like considering the first important survival things, and we need to, I would say, build that level. Then we can go from there. Otherwise, we're just like going to be on the streets.
So, how have you found integrating or living in Greece for you? Has it been very difficult?
Yes, it had been very difficult, specifically for the first 2 years. I have been here in Greece since 2020, so almost like 4 years and a few months. Um, so I would say like for the first 2 years it was pretty difficult, specifically when I was on the Samos Island. I was living in a camp, and the camp was not like real camp. It was just like some tents in a jungle, like jungle life.
How did you manage to stay
Yeah, honestly, it's a
positive?
long story because I stayed like a year and a half,
Mm.
and one of the things that I was surprised about, we had some like police checkpoint just next to the camp, but they didn't do nothing about anything that could happen in the camp. For example, like if there is a fight or if there is like even a fire or something, they just didn't give a shit about. So yeah,
Mm.
so we needed to try to figure out some way to survive. And I mean, like also for example, the food that they used to give us. I mean, the camp management. It was like just spoiled.
Mm. Yes, I heard
Yeah,
many stories.
yeah. So it was like pretty tough life. I mean, specifically for these 2 years.
Hmm.
Yeah, in Samos.
I've actually been to that camp, and I know I can't imagine being there for that long. What was it that gave you motivation to carry on?
Honestly, in the camp, maybe after like 3 months, just I realized that I need to do something that I like, so I can just try to get out of my reality a little bit, and I would say like in a good way, in supporting way. So I found out the kids who used to live in the camp, they needed the language to communicate with the other nationalities, or maybe even in the city to buy the things that they want or whatever, because like as long as the language is the key for any community. So yeah, I just like established my own project, and it was like meant for educational things, learning the language, art classes, um, caregiver, and etc. And I had my team. I like just um, established my own team, and they were like just as me living in the camp, and we were like about 10, more than 10, maybe like we were 12, and we built like kind of a big tent, and we named it like Samos School, and we started doing the classes like language, mathematics, caregiver, painting class, and etc.
That's an amazing initiative.
Yeah, thank you.
So, how did you come up with the idea? You just thought the kids need this?
Honestly, no. It's not about something that I thought. It's something about what I have seen. It was just like one scene, which really motivated me to do such a project. So basically, one day I went for the camp management, and I saw a kid who's trying to communicate with the security, and he needed something, but they didn't understand what he was talking about because he doesn't speak the language. So I thought maybe I can help, and the idea just like crossed my mind, and I started with 2 kids, and after maybe like just 20 days I had 45.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Wow. That's amazing. How long did you do that for?
Maybe a year and 3 months.
So by that time, the kids could speak pretty good English.
Yeah, some of them do. Some of them do, honestly.
Was the team all from the refugee community, or did you have any locals helping you?
There were no locals, but I had a German teacher for music.
Nice.
Yeah. And the rest are refugees.
So what did the kids tell you after some of those lessons?
Honestly, they felt kind of proud and happy because they can communicate with the people. And also, for example, I met a parent of a kid, and he just like told me that I needed a medicine. Then I just like went for the medical quality organization to ask for it, and my kid was translating for me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so he was like really proud of his son. So
That's amazing.
yeah, it is.
Language is such an important factor for people that are displaced. It's difficult for people to be in the mindset to learn another language. I know because I've studied 5 languages, and I know how difficult studying for a different language is, but I can't even imagine being displaced, not knowing so much about your future and having to learn a language. So I commend anybody that's trying to learn a language right now. And that program that you started is really a great testament to the suffering that you had, but yet you turned it around. I really think that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, true. I mean, like, even though it's like horrible situation, but at some point we need to think about how can I get out something good from this.
It's a really interesting point, and something that we have to think about.
Yeah, true.
So now that you're in Athens, what do you have? What are some of your goals? What are some of your ideas that you want to create?
What a big question. Like, personally, just I'm trying to focus on my writings, because like this is something that I find myself good at, kinda. And also I wish if I have like any a huge ability to change the situation for like many cases around, because I would say like for the refugee case and for the displaced people, they don't need something that they could survive with in a few days, or maybe just like a week or 2 weeks. They need the materials so they can build real life and be engaged with the community. For example, don't give me a fish, teach me how to fish.
Bravo.
Yeah.
This is something that's very, very important that we're trying to continue to use with Love Without Borders, is not to enable the families, the single men or the women with children that we're housing. Instead, create some independence and find ways that they can make their own money and become independent from us.
Exactly.
Super important. So yeah, those are really good discussions that we can have in the future with our team, as well as the people that we're supporting, because I think it's really important that the decisions come from the people themselves, not from us.
Yeah.
We want to think of ourselves as a bridge in order to support the people, but not the decision makers.
Yeah, true.
So, yeah, is there anything you can tell us a little bit more about the writing, in case we have somebody in our network that would be able to help you get into your writings, publish them perhaps? Can you tell us a little bit more about what you're spending your time
Yeah,
writing?
sure. So basically, the book is about one of my experiences in the past, and it's a real story because when I was in high school, we were enforced to go to some kind of political party center and give an oath for the party. And who meant to get that oath from us is like a minister. And I did kind of free speech at the stage in front of him, and I asked him like three embarrassing questions. So I was arrested for a year in war's presence over the world. I would say, yeah. So this is what the book that I'm working on at the moment.
Okay. So, yes, we would really be interested in hearing more about that story and perhaps finding somebody to help publish that book for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yes, I believe that we're going to see a lot of really interesting projects here in the Love Without Borders Gallery. We're super excited that you can be a part of the team, and we look forward to working together. And thank you for sharing
It's my
your story
pleasure.
with
It's
us
my pleasure.
today.
The thank is yours.
Super. So we'll see you soon.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Definitely.
Shukran.
Afwan.